All right, we're back.
Yeah.
At what time is it?
Just as we were about to talk about how great Zoom was, shit fucking happened. Oh no, dude, it was probably a fucking Zoom bombing, dude. Someone probably tried to Zoom bomb us right now. That's what it was.
You think
They're
so?
stealing our documents, bro.
Oh shit!
They're in the mainframe, and
all they can see is the flag behind me. No documents, no passwords or anything like that.
No, but Zoom, dude, Zoom. We were talking about it before, so you were saying that I was telling you that their stock has gone up from like I think it was 62 a share to right now it's at 147.
Holy shit!
And
should have invested.
That's down from like 160 something.
Damn,
like it was up higher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, because I was literally just looking this up yesterday. Zoom. So Zoom Communications is what this is.
Yeah.
Zoom, and then there's another company called like Zoom Technologies or something, and it's not affiliated. They're not the same company.
Oh, how funny!
And they had to shut down sales of that company, the other Zoom, temporarily because so many people were buying that stock thinking that it was Zoom the
fucking so they see a giant spike and they're like, okay, let's go with it. But I bet like the CEO was like, oh no, he saw what was happening, so just sell that stock at a higher price.
That's so funny.
How about those senators, dude?
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do?
It's just like open now. It's like, what are you gonna do? You can't leave your house. You can't even leave your house.
I thought that I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but I always thought it was just kind of like an unwritten thing that we knew senators did.
Well, yeah,
all of them. Like
it's always been
obviously
like
there's so
in the background.
Privy to so much information throughout the day, throughout everything, that either you have to make it that they can't play the stock market at all, or you're gonna have to know that some shit like this is gonna happen because like they know way more shit than we know, like weeks and even months before it happens.
Yeah. So they had that closed door meeting in January.
No, I know, but
shit didn't kick off until late February.
I'm saying is this probably happens all the time. Like, so I don't think it's fucked up. It sucks, especially because now they're being such cunts about like, helping everyone else.
Yeah.
But, I think that's just par for the course for most politicians. And I know it's like, it's bad and we shouldn't allow such like corruption like that, but what the fuck? What am I going to do about it? I'm not going to cry about it because I would do the same thing if I was a fucking senator.
Also, like, we can't, like you said, we can't do anything about it. We're stuck in the house, and I'm all for AI, dude. Like, AI governments.
Dude, okay, so you need to watch Westworld. That's kind of what this new season's all about.
Oh, third season, right?
Yeah.
What they're on?
Yeah. Have you watched it before?
I saw like the first couple of episodes and I started watching something else instead. I don't know, it didn't grab me. It was just like Altered Carbon in that way. I was just like, man, this is really good. And I just didn't follow up. I don't know why. I was watching something else.
This isn't really a spoiler for the first two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really a spoiler for the season because they mentioned in the first episode of the season. So in the future, I think it's supposed to be like 2070 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is when the show's supposed to take place. In the future, AI technology is created and they literally create God.
What?
In that they create an AI that creates a arc storyline for every person on Earth.
Huh.
And everyone has like a fucking implant and they're connected kind of with the AI and it kind of just controls what goes down.
So it just makes everybody It assigns everybody a profession, a life, a family, or
Pretty
not.
much. Yeah. Based on, because it knows you so well.
Yeah. So it just like builds the world around you based on your life and experience.
I don't understand. You mean like it's not fake? I'm
No,
talking
no,
in the real
it's
world.
real. Oh, so in the real world, it's making. Wow. Okay.
So like with you, it would find out your best qualities,
Yeah.
and it would and your fucking man high. What's the opposite of fucking qualities?
Bad qualities.
Yeah, dude, bad qualities. So, and then it would assign you. It would use that to build your life. Like it's going to tell you, it'll find you a job that will perfectly use blah 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 and this and that, and it goes this whole thing. Like that's what the
Wow, that's awesome.
and they haven't really dove too deeply into it yet. But
Mhm.
like I feel like that's the main problem, not problem, the main new thing in the new season.
Mhm.
So it's pretty cool. But I
Interesting.
definitely would say watch fucking Westworld, dude. That shit's dope.
Yeah. I need. What's it on?
HBO.
Amazon? Oh,
HBO.
HBO. Yeah, I gotta watch that. That, and I do want to eventually get through Altered Carbon. It's gonna take a while, but I want to do it. I tried to watch the second episode the other day, and it's like I still can't lock in.
There's a animated movie that just came out that's in the Altered Carbon universe.
Mm.
So Netflix is milking the shit out of this.
Interesting.
So yeah, they just released that. I think it's supposed to take place like right when the stacking technology is invented.
Mm.
So I think it's a little history of that world.
Yeah.
Or discovered, not invented, because they didn't invent it. They fucking found ancient ruins and just stole the technology.
How cool would that be too, right?
Dude, imagine, right?
Like we find aliens, but they're dead. But it's cool because like we've got their shit. Like we can update or we can upgrade our stuff with their computers and whatnot.
I don't know, dude. Like that's scary too, though.
Yeah.
Because if you leave a fucking bunch of monkeys loose in a gun store, like eventually something's gonna get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like we're stupid. Like if we found like let's just say we found it close. Let's just say we found like on one of the fucking moons of what's Saturn, Jupiter? Which one? Which one that has like the moons that they think that there could be life on?
Both. But
Europa. Where's Europa?
Europa, that's Jupiter.
That's Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what if they fucking finally send a probe out there, they find something, and they just go down there and it's just like a ridiculous civilization, like aquatic civilization, but everything's gone.
Yeah.
It's just like so like 1,000 years more advanced than anything that we have.
Yeah.
You don't think we're gonna fucking a bunch of people are gonna die fucking with that shit? Like,
oh, 100%. They're gonna blow up chunks of that ancient city, trying to turn stuff on and figure it out.
That would be cool though.
There was a funny thread that somebody had written about. It was like a hypothetical conversation between Klingons and Vulcans. Klingons are like, so humans, we can both agree that humans are pretty crazy creatures, right? And Vulcans are like, yeah, they're pretty irrational. They're pretty, insane. And Klingons are like, so why do you let them run the Federation? I'm like, well, because they're insane and they find out really cool shit. Like they discovered time travel because they linked a bunch of warp drives together just to see what would happen.
There's always gonna be someone who does that. Just
yeah.
Like, dude, let's just fucking see what happens, man. Come on.
Like the math checks out. It's gonna puncture a hole. It's gonna puncture the space-time continuum.
Wait, so in the Star Trek universe, they have control of time travel?
Kinda. Like they kind of figured out how to do it. But I don't think they always find they always go back in time to places like unintentionally, or
Yeah, because
the mirror universe. So that doesn't count.
I remember watching as a kid one of the movies, like, I mean, at least a part of it, and there's with the old cast, with the original cast, and they go to San Francisco
Oh yeah,
in like the 80s and shit, right?
what's it
And they're
called?
just walking around San Francisco in the 80s.
Yeah, it was the Voyage Home. It was about whales.
The country or the animal?
The animal. So they in their time, it's like, you know, what, 300 years later, or in the future, and this enormous probe comes into Earth's orbit and is just like shouting this weird noise, and
Show
it's
me
fucking
what you got.
yeah. In like an alien language, it's just screeches, and like and they're fucking with the weather, and they're causing hurricanes, and or the whole thing is causing hurricanes and whatnot. Like it's just fucking with Earth, and it looks like it's getting really bad. So they're trying to communicate with it. They realize that they're speaking like a whale kind of language, and that they're trying to contact whales. But whales have been extinct for X amount of years. So they're like, fuck, what are we going to do? They go
So they
back
have to go back in time and get whales?
Yeah, they go to the 80s. It's just San Francisco in the 80s to go get whales.
That's
But it's an example too, actually, of how they were able to like pinpoint, like go to specific areas in time at will.
What's the dude's name that made Star Trek? Gene Roddenberry?
Yeah.
Was that fool making these movies too, or were they fucking just having crazy Hollywood writers make this?
No,
shit?
he was always
Because
at
that's
least
a ridiculous
consultant.
fucking plot, even for like a science fiction thing.
It's funny too, because just the way they look, they make Spock kind of look Asian. Like they give him like Asian, traditional like Asian clothing, and he just looks like kind of a monk in a way. And they make what's his name? Not Scotty. Chekhov. They give him like an all leather goofy outfit. Like it's a really nice leather jacket, but then matching leather pants and like
a fucking
shoes.
Like the Village People got, like
yeah,
like the biker and the Village People, dude. That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, there's like something almost stereotypical about it, which is funny. But
that makes sense though, because think about it, like if you went back into like medieval Europe, the clothing that you would wear would be what you would consider like stereotypical fucking clothing.
Yeah.
You know? Like I've seen it Back to the Future 3 when fucking Doc gets all those fucking Western clothes for Marty to go back in time.
Oh yeah.
Like ridiculous cowboy fucking like what are those little things that hang off? What the fuck are those called?
Tassels.
Yeah, all that shit.
Fringe.
All over, all that fringe and tassels everywhere. It's all like pastels and everything. And then he goes back in time and everyone just makes fun of him. Thinks he's a fancy lad.
Did you ever watch Hell on Wheels?
No.
I started watching it.
My mom loved that show. She always talks about it. And it kind of made me never want to watch it.
It's cool because it has two actors from, I'm just going to keep talking about Star Trek. Two actors from separate, two different Star Trek series. And people were like tying it together, like Hell on Wheels is in the Star Trek universe, but like way in the past, and these two guys get stuck together, and they're like Starfleet officers, but they have to make do and live in this ancient world.
That would suck.
But it's like their story. So like a really nice guy, Cole Meany, the act O'Brien. You've seen him already, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the Irish guy. So he's in it, and he's like this kind of tyrant venture capitalist, like building this railroad and just for cheap labor and shit.
Railroad.
Yeah, and then Captain Pike from Discovery. He plays a guy who's just looking for work on the railroad because he's got nowhere else to go. Interesting.
Was he an Irish gentleman?
Mm-mm. The first guy was.
Probably didn't get any work on the railroad. He had to be Chinese or Irish to work on the railroad.
Irish too.
When it was coming east, like the what is it called? The
Pacific Electric. Yeah, not electric. Pacific Railroad.
The Southern Pacific, whatever. They used Chinese labor when they were building it east, and the people on the east coast were using Irish labor.
Damn.
Because you couldn't get.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get. It's harder to get Chinese people all the way from New York and shit on the East Coast.
I wonder which one was jealous of the other one. It's like, oh man, Irish people are so much cheaper.
I'm pretty sure the Chinese people were like way cheaper because they were pretty much slave labor because they brought them over like as indentured servants, and then like.
That's right.
So they were just.
That's so fucked up.
They worked their fucking asses off, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it was crazier for them because they had to go through the fucking the Sierra Nevadas and the Rockies, you know. So it was like.
Oh, they died all the time in explosions and cave-ins and shit.
Falling down, yeah, dude, all this shit.
Yeah, like those rough mountains are littered with the bones of laborers.
And then after we were done, we just made so many laws against Asians, just to discriminate against them. It's fucked up shit, dude. I'm taking this California history class, and you just learn all the fucked up shit we did to.
Yeah.
Like they were the first race that we were really racist towards in this state.
Which book are you reading? Or is it a couple of books?
No, actually, for that class, it's just a textbook because the class is more about the research paper that we have. So the overall book that we're reading is just a textbook that we only have to read a couple chapters from. So it's called, what is it called?
Yeah.
I have to print them out because we don't have to buy it. I got the PDFs of it.
Oh, cool.
So it's not too bad. But,
that's nice. You don't have to buy the ridiculous book.
Yeah, but I always print it out because I like to fucking make notes and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't like reading off screens too long. It kind of bugs.
Yeah, I thought I would get used to that, like reading books or reading like long form pieces, like essays on a computer. Like, I can't do it. I'll do it with a book, but like, is it really just the screen that hurts your eyes? You know?
No, because there's modes that you can put like your screen on.
I've got like these weird tinting apps.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wonder how it is for like people like the generation that got right after us. Like how do they not even try to fuck with books? Or are they all just like physical books?
I mean, why not have an iPod for books if you could?
I mean, you do. You have like a Nook, right?
Yeah.
Or a fucking Kindle. What is a Kindle?
Yeah, but like not everybody does. I'm sure most.
That's because people don't fucking read. That's why. I mean, that's the real thing.
Yeah, it's not like they chose real books over this.
But no, I feel like a lot more people do audiobooks now because
I love audiobooks.
It's so easy.
Yeah, they're great. I listened to that Civilized to Death by Chris Ryan. You know that dude?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. It was really good, and he read it, so it was just like listening to his podcast.
Do you use Audible or do you just download it from iTunes?
I had it from Audible. Yeah.
So you pay the $20 a month or whatever the fuck it is?
I was, and then I canceled it because I wasn't using it like nearly that much.
Well, it's basically one book a month.
Yeah, which is plenty plenty of time to listen to it. But it's not going to take me. It's not going to take me a month though. I can listen to that in a week. So I kind of want more books, and like it's cool though. If you wait, just wait and get books for free.
Okay.
Yeah, I went off on a tangent there.
Yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't know either.
How did we start talking about books? Reading on screens. Oh, we're talking about California history and all that shit. Whatever, dude. So yeah, whales, huh? So how do they bring the whale back to the future?
Oh,
or do they bring a recording and like they let the whales listen to it?
Oh, I think they did. Yeah, I think they like played whale sounds, like a whale a whale translation of "Come with us. We need you to communicate with this probe."
So now they know how to talk to whales too.
Yeah, presumably.
That's dude.
It was really cool because they stole, or I guess they had one captured. They did it in a Klingon ship, a warbird. So it's just weird that they have a scene where they're uncloaked over the ocean, like right next to some fishermen, and they uncloak, and these guys are yelling like Cthulhu or something, like some like mythical creature, because this thing appears out of nowhere. It was kind of neat.
I don't think it was Cthulhu.
No, it was something else. These it was cool because they had Chekhov and Uhura had to go. They needed to collect like, I don't know, anti-protons or something, dark matter, whatever, from they needed a nuclear reactor, but they're civilians in the past, and they have zero access to that, so they have to break into or sneak onto the USS Enterprise, like the original ship.
The ship.
Yeah, or the 80s version of the ship, and they sneak in and like get into the reactor so they can collect these particles that are emanating. And Chekhov is Russian in the 80s, caught on a ship, and they're like, "Oh, are you a fucking spy? Like, what are these gadgets you have?" And his phaser doesn't work because he's near a reactor, and his communicator doesn't really work. But they're like, "Okay, is this a listening device?" And yeah, it was cool.
So does he get killed? Does the FBI come and murder him?
No, it's funny. He tries to escape, and he's like almost gone, but he falls and knocks himself out, and he's like in a coma. So now everybody else has to rescue him and break him out of a hospital under guard. Oh, and then what's his face? McCoy. He gives this old lady medicine. She says she's on dialysis, and he's like, "What is this? The Dark Ages?" And he gives her a pill, and he says, "Take one of these and like drink lots of water." And her kidneys are cured, and the doctor's like, "What the fuck happened? What? I've never seen anything." She's like, "It cured my dialysis." Crazy.
That does not sound like a good movie, Justin. That sounds...
It's an 80s movie based on the original Star Trek, which is just, looking back, it's so childish.
It's like...
Or cartoonish.
Yeah, that does... It seems like an episode of Rick and Morty. And I don't mean that in the fact that Rick and Morty steals a lot of their plot lines from old science fiction stuff. I mean that it's just wacky and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just, what crazy bullshit can I come up with on the fly?
It's so but I don't know. Star Trek. I heard about
Are you caught up on Picard?
Mm-mm.
I wanted to talk about that because last episode was yesterday of season 1.
Yeah, I think I'm 2 behind. I think the last one I saw was 8. Does it get good? Does some good shit happen?
It gets interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I kind of want to watch it again, like all the way through, just to take notes.
You know what sucks? Think about this: that because of all this bullshit, it'll probably be like 2 years before you see the next episode. And
oh shit, they're not going to be able to record. or film.
right? Everyone's gonna have to get green screens in their basements, and they're just gonna have to
I was just gonna say, how cool would that be?
just actors in their basement doing.
They stitch it together. It looks like shit.
At first, but
Yeah, they'd figure it out.
no, they're just gonna start doing like more CGI people, dude.
That'll be
Wow.
weird. It's getting good.
Yep. Did you see?
It's better than it was.
I watched that Will Smith movie, like where they had to fight his clone, his younger clone. Did you not even know that came out?
No.
It came out last year.
Wow. What's it called?
Gemini Man.
Oh, I've heard of that. I didn't know that's what it was about. Huh?
Because they're like twins.
Yeah. Yeah, one's good, one's bad.
Do you get it? Do you get it? Okay, so anyways, no, but that shit was horrible. Like that, and that's them just using that like young face filter, but it's not. It still looks weird, man.
Yeah, what was the other one? The Robert De Niro one?
Yeah, that one's not good either. And even like in Star Trek or in Star Wars, when they fucking that standalone one, Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
Like when they show Leia and they show like that dude from the original movie, the like the lieutenant or the general from the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
That's right. They look
that
different.
Looked like shit, dude.
Yeah.
That looked like video game stuff, dude.
Man, I had to remember that one. I watched it once. They kept cranking them out. I got annoyed.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, because
Disney's got to make up for when they spend. I mean, they definitely made that money back with the $3 billion they gave Lucas. Like they definitely made that back already. Because I think all three movies have already grossed $1 billion, didn't they?
Yeah. And you know what? Like every car I see now has either Mickey Mouse ears or something Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that doesn't even include like the bump that they're probably, well, not now, but they should have gotten from the new lands, the new Star Wars lands they made.
Yeah.
And then, Disney knows how to fucking make merch. Although, you saw that new show that that show on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian?
Oh, I didn't see it.
So, but you saw all about like bullshit about like Baby Yoda and shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, first off, it's not Baby Yoda because it takes place after Yoda died, so that's stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, well, there's just like his species doesn't have a name or something, right?
Yeah, I stopped watching it. That shit kind of got boring.
Mm.
But now I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, what did we talk about before?
Star Wars.
Yeah. Star Wars Land.
Oh no, merch. They really fucked up with that because they didn't really have a lot of merch when that first dropped.
That's true. That would have been big.
Like that should
like
have
a bunch
been
of
like the
Etsy
number
shops
one
do their
toy
own
at
thing
Christmas.
too.
Should have been fucking Baby Yoda, whatever,
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it would have been like an Angry Bird. You know. Like everybody wants that red bird pillow.
I'm kind of scared to see what Disney plans to do with the Simpsons, because obviously it's a very profitable fucking IP, so they're not going to want to just throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit's getting less and less fucking ratings. I'm assuming
is it just
I don't know.
dropping
Actually,
off?
I've never really looked into it. I'm just saying that it has to still get pretty good ratings, or to still be on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but they the actors charging. The voice actors charge a lot of money to make that show. Like it costs more than probably like a lot of other fucking shows.
Mm.
Like they get like $900,000 an episode or shit. Dude.
Holy shit! Each?
Like a lot. Well, not. I don't. They're not like No, it's not the same across the board, but like I think the highest one is at like 900. But they're all relatively
Wow.
around there because they've all been doing the fucking show for 30 years, you know?
Per episode. How long does it take them? I wonder how many months, hours that takes
Oh, well,
to record an episode just
to
as a
record
voice
an
act.
episode, dude, they probably got it down pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because you got to think that each character probably only has, X amount of lines per episode, so and they don't have to worry about everyone else. They just do those lines,
Mhm.
and then they can get the fuck out of there.
That's so cool.
I bet you those motherfuckers have like studios in their houses now, so they don't have to leave. So they've been doing this work at home shit for years, probably.
Yeah. How cool would that be? Um, yeah, all the memes about people who work from home already, and like artists, producers in particular, who are just always at home, just always in their room. Like maybe they go out for food or have stuff delivered, but they're always at home anyway, so it like doesn't really make a difference. Like a lot of people will survive this.
How many billionaires do you think are like in private bunkers right now?
I don't
Because
think
I
it's
know
gotten to that point.
that there's some billionaires that have private bunkers. Know that
Oh,
for a fact.
if I
Like,
were
I
a
mean, not for
billionaire,
a
I would
fact, but
build.
like, come on.
No, I would build a complex underground.
Yeah, because if I
Like,
was a billionaire, I'd have a fucking private bunker. So there has
mhm,
to be at least one that has a fucking private bunker. Like,
all of them.
all of them. So how
Yeah,
many do you think are in it right now,
I don't think it's
bunkered
that
down?
bad that they're that worried. They can still send out for food and stuff like that, and anything they need. People aren't rioting in the streets. I think when it gets to that point, if not when, hopefully if, it it only gets that to that point, and LA's on fire because people are rioting. Um, that's when they'll get in the bunkers.
Oh, I was thinking more for safety, not for like hygienic reasons.
No,
You don't think
I
so?
don't think so. Why? What do you think so?
Oh,
Just to be out of the air entirely,
yeah.
out of completely off the grid.
Well, yeah, because dude, like I've been kind of saying this for a couple of weeks now. I'm pretty sure we all have it right now.
Oh damn!
Like,
Because why not?
yeah,
Right?
by this point, I think
60% of people are
I'm pretty sure we all have it, and
asymptomatic.
because yeah, I think 80% is it's just mild, like a mild sickness, and I think that people just most people that are in that percentage haven't really noticed,
Mm.
and the ones who kind of get like a little bit more moderate, like that next 15%, they most of them are young enough that they kind of just and stupid enough they just didn't do shit, they just kind of
Yeah,
let it take care of itself. I don't know.
I got sick like when they.
See,
I got sick. Well, I always get sick this time of year, so that's what I attributed it to, was that like, oh, okay, I get sick like twice a year. It's the beginning and the end of the year, every year. So I was like, okay, that's all it is, and I felt fine. Like it just felt like the regular sickness. But then the roommates got sick, and and Jeanette got sick, and like everybody's fine. Jeanette's still kind of sick though. Like she's got something going on. She's okay, but like I don't know.
see, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like
Like
everyone's
everybody
kind
got
of
it.
been sick in like last week when we were recording that thing, I was still kind of feeling sick. And it was
Yeah.
nothing bad. Like I just had like I was a little phlegmy maybe, and like I kind of like like I was saying last week, I probably should stop doing this because it was kind of hurting my lungs.
Yeah, that's right.
But now it's like I should knock on wood. Maybe it was like the calm before the storm, but like I
Yeah.
haven't fucking felt anything in the last couple like 4 or 5 days. I've been
Mhm.
pretty chill. So I don't know.
They're taking antibodies from people who have recovered safely. They're like harvesting antibodies.
Really?
Yeah. Like voluntarily. Like
That's
people
crazy.
could just volunteer. But they're like, yeah, let us take a blood sample, figure this shit out. Crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's weird not being able to leave. I
I
mean, it's like
don't
we
know.
can leave. Like you could go for a drive, but or a walk. It's just not a good idea.
Did you see that fucking video online of that fucking horrible woman who coughed over all that fucking food?
Oh, like $35,000 worth of food.
I,
And she's like, it was just a joke. And they're like, no, this is actually a terrorist threat. You're spreading a disease knowingly.
I I don't think, I don't know, man. This is like weird because obviously you should know better.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, I'm just saying, maybe they should, like, obviously it's a bad thing, but I don't think that they should fucking throw the book at that lady. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't call her a terrorist.
yeah,
Realistically,
like she's just stupid. Like,
yeah.
and
But that doesn't negate the
because no,
results, though,
it,
the consequences of it.
it's also because of like the internet culture and how people always need to do stupid ass shit for the fucking gram.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can't. I don't know. I feel like. What's up?
Oh no, keep going. But on that note, I have a video for you.
What is it, dude? Is it too late to look up? I haven't seen it in a while. I kind of want to see like how I feel now. Like
I don't even know what to
10
find
years later, if I'm still grossed out or if the internet's caught up to it, and I'm just like, yeah, you know.
Could you imagine like Gen Z's already over it? They're like, oh, that's it. That's all you got.
Like, oh, really? I watched that shit when I was 6, bro.
Yeah. How about this
The
new
YouTube
tentacle
algorithm
porn?
brought
It's
it up
real.
somehow.
Yeah, it was vintage tube. What's it called? Have you ever seen these videos on YouTube? It's they're all short films called Omeletto. They're all these short films. It's just this channel, and they're so good. It's think Black Mirror, but they're not always that serious.
Okay, I have heard about this, maybe from you, but I have not watched any of them.
I think I did tell you about this. Let's see.
Hold on a second, okay? Or
Okay.
as you're looking for the video, I'm gonna go see a drink.
Do your thing.
Why? When I had my knee surgery, one of the fucking like earlier physical therapy like exercises they make you do is literally just scoot yourself around on a fucking desk chair on carpet,
just to get your knee moving a little bit.
Yeah, like that's one of the first like physical like real physical things that you can do before you start doing like treadmill and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. Oh, let me know if you can hear. Oh no, you wouldn't be able to. Never mind. I was like, we're not sharing a screen, and I think you can hear it. I think we figured that out, right?
Oh, I don't know. When you share screen, if we can hear, maybe. Let's see.
Should be able to. But I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send the link to you right now in the chat. Just because I don't want to forget. It's really good. You should watch it. It's about like this aspiring YouTuber. She starts fucking with her teacher by like making him think that she's gonna kill herself. Let's see. Close the chat. Did you share your screen? Oh no.
Oh no. You want to watch this whole thing? It's 30 minutes long, dude.
Oh no. I just wanted to see if this was possible. Like if we can hear, like if I share my screen, can you hear it?
Let's see.
So a whiteboard. Remember we were looking at this? This is like a white, we can like.
Can you hear it?
Not well.
That's weird that it sent it to me like 9 minutes in already. Like it sent it to where the last part you watched it at.
Oh yeah, 9:28. How funny. Actually, that is weird because that's not where I ended it. I finished the whole thing.
That's where it sent it.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't hear it. I guess they're not there. This isn't the greatest client. Like this is for business, right? This is for like really simple meetings. But could you imagine they start upgrading these services to do this? Like we can really interact with each other. Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm still just gonna watch videos without you over here, and you can't hear it.
I'm gonna share my screen too.
We're just gonna bullshit screens.
I'll just see if we could. No, one at a time.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Cool. I don't want to see all your porn tabs.
What? Those weren't porn tabs, bro.
I don't know. There were a lot of them, and they were really stuck together.
Dude, there is a lot of. I'm doing research right now for a paper, so I usually just fucking leave all the tabs open. When I find a source, I just leave that tab open.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
like by the end, I'll have like 60 tabs open in my computer and so slow.
Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, now I need to just bookmark this. Like
Yeah, I try to bookmark it too, but then like I don't know, I'll forget about it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I like to have folders, you know, your tab or your like bookmark bar.
Mm-hmm.
I have just a bunch of folders there. It's good for consolidating. Like everything is a folder.
Well, I just downloaded this program that my professor told me about. I already forgot what the fuck it's called. I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know, but it's supposed to kind of categorize all your shit for you.
Oh, that's cool. It just reads all of the titles probably and puts it all together.
Yeah, and then you could put notes on it and shit.
Sides.
I'm hoping you can put notes on it, but so I haven't really fucked with it yet, but it might make my shit a little easier because I have to do all my research online now for my paper for this paper. Before I was gonna try to hit up some archives and shit, but I can't do that now.
That would have been cool.
Well, because I'm doing mine on specifically on like a Hollywood like Hollywood history.
Uh-huh.
And so I was gonna go down to when my original trip to come down south last week. I was supposed to go down to the fuck is it called? The Academy of Motion Art Pictures fucking library.
Mm-hmm.
And to USC's has archive down there too, but now I can't get anything. So it sucks.
Damn.
I emailed those motherfuckers, but they didn't reply. Fucking dickheads. I hate SC.
Damn.
When'd you get that flag, dude?
I didn't. I downloaded a flag photo and have it on my green screen.
Oh. What else can you put back there?
I've been playing with it. Like I put a couple of photos that I took of just like landscapes to see how it looks. It's not great.
Put it like a beautiful sunset, bro.
How about that?
You didn't take that picture.
No, I didn't. But it's a sunset.
Dude, stop plagiarizing, bro. Get out of here.
What, you think I can't take that picture?
You didn't take that picture either. I know you didn't take that picture.
I definitely took that one.
Oh, really? Damn. How'd you get up there? I want to go.
It was a drone. No, I took this one from Etowanda Trail. And then,
on the other side of them bare mountains.
Hesperia.
What happens up there?
You know what happens up there.
You know, talk about the high desert, dude. You don't want to mess with the high desert. They will get you.
Because it messes with you.
My parents almost moved to the high desert before they moved to the house that they have now. When I
Yeah,
was in high school, we were going to move to the high desert
same. Because they were building and houses were like $100,000.
for like my parents said that they would have paid like for what they paid for the house that they have in Rancho right now. They could have got like a 6-bedroom like humongous house in fucking in the high desert, like brand new on like an acre and shit, like all that crazy shit.
Oh yeah,
But
with
it's
the land.
but it's like you're up there, dude.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's a lot of shit up there, but like,
Now there's like Starbucks and shit, right?
I mean, now there's more shit up there. So I always think of this like, because when I was a kid, my grandpa lived in Apple Valley, literally on a dirt road. Like his house they had him fucking pave the roads in that part of the fucking city. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a normal house, but it just had a fucking dirt road in front of it. And
Yeah.
that's how I just always think of fucking Apple Valley, like, or that whole high desert.
Yeah.
I just remember that when I was a kid.
I had some cousins up there, like distant cousins, and we went to visit them once, and it was on it wasn't a dirt road, but it was close. Like it wasn't maintained. Yeah. That was a crazy place. They had a ton of land. We rode our bikes in the backyard, like, and had room to ride them.
Think about this though. For what you pay for a house in Hesperia, you can probably buy a huge ass house in like Ohio, like Missouri. Dude, when I went to Ohio to go visit my sister, we're driving through the neighborhood, and I'm like, look, you're like, we're seeing all these fucking huge ass houses, and my sister's husband's like, you see the house right there? Well, yeah, he's all. I looked it up when we were looking for houses. That house was only $350,000. I was like, what? And it's like,
damn,
dude, it was a good size house for like a little mini mansion, you know?
yeah, probably 10,000 or no? Do you think 10,000 square feet or just 5,000
I don't really know how
square
feet work, dude. Like that, my mind doesn't work like that. Like I couldn't tell you how many square feet I have in my little dorm room right here.
That's probably like 400.
Sure.
Yeah. I would guess 400, 4 something.
So square feet's like this. So just how many little squares can fit in this place?
Mm-hmm. If you want to take measurements and then figure out the area.
Calm down, dude. What are you? My 9th grade fucking math teacher.
Do you remember how to do this, son?
I haven't done geometry since, probably like sophomore year of high school, dude.
Mm-hmm. Who'd you have? You had Sable, right?
No, for geometry.
No, I don't think Sable taught geometry. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Who did I have for geometry?
Herblin?
No. I know I had for Algebra 1, I had the little short guy.
Not Herblin? Oh, Gove?
No.
Not the old man? Like the short old man?
I forget, dude. I can picture the dude in my head right now who was for Algebra 1.
Wasn't one of the gym teachers also a math teacher?
Maybe he was a gym teacher. I don't know. He looked like he would have been a gym teacher. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I don't really care. He's probably dead. He's probably not, but he wasn't that old. He was probably like barely 40 when I was in high school, but so he probably
pushing
like
60 now.
He's probably like 60 now. So hopefully he's not dead. Did I just throw that out in the universe? Is that guy gonna die now?
You went to Altaloma Junior High too, right?
No.
Oh.
Don't ask me about junior. I don't remember any of my teachers from junior high.
I remember a couple. Davidson. Davison.
There you go, dude.
One of those. They're all going.
But I
remember
do
Miss
remember my
O'Neill because
second
she was
grade
really
teacher's
cool.
name was Miss Canary, and I'll always remember that because
Really?
those fucking canaries, bro.
That's just easy to remember. Who are my other ones? Miss Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
I think there was another Anderson too.
This is some good talk right here, dude. Who can remember their elementary school teachers? Fucking, we need to change subjects real quick.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, what's this? Simpsons video you said your girlfriend sent you?
Oh, I was just gonna bring that up actually. It was sending love down the well or down well.
when they like do the Hands Across America song or whatever. Or,
yeah, how it's like how celebrities handle public crises.
That's a good episode. Good. You should watch that episode. Bart falls down a well.
He does, or he like makes people think he did because he got a microphone apparently. Like,
oh no, that's how it originally starts. But then he realizes that they're going to go down there, and he had left his name on the microphone. He wrote "Property of Bart Simpson" on it. Actually, he didn't write it. He put it on a label maker. His aunt's got him a label maker, and he put "Property of Bart Simpson." So try to go down there and get it, and he actually gets stuck. But then Sting gets him out, dude.
How to get him out?
He dug a hole. Like they start digging a hole, and then like it's like the last scene is everyone else like quit, and Sting's the only one still going. And like Marge is like, I don't even think that part likes Sting. And then Homer's like, shut up, he's a good digger.
He's a good digger.
Sting.
A bad episode, she says, is, in her opinion, is The Principal and the Pauper. What? Was it bad?
Yes, it's the worst episode. It's literally what they call like the end of the golden age of the Simpsons. It's the end of the one the Simpsons.
Oh wow!
It's the literal jump, or not the literal. It's the jumping of the shark of the Simpsons. It's when you find out that this whole time Principal Skinner, who they've had in the show flashback showing his father who looks just like him, you find out that he is not actually Principal Skinner. His name is like, fuck, what's his name? It's some fucking Armenian name. Like you find out, he find out he's Armenian first off, but he has like a ridiculous, like a crazy Armenian name, and and then
Skinnerian.
The real Skinner comes back because he's been stuck in a fucking POW camp for 30 years for some reason or something like that.
Wow.
And is that what happens? I think so. But anyways, so that's everyone finds out he's fake, and at the very end, the real Skinner ends up being an asshole, so everyone just decides to forget about it, and they're going to act like it never happened. This is stupid. They're still, I mean, so yeah, that's, if you were watching The Simpsons, that's like season 10 or 11. I think it's 10. That's like season 10, like the third or fourth episode. You should just like stop after that if you're gonna watch that. Like the best Simpsons is season 1's not even that great. Season 1's okay, but it's like 2 through fucking 9.
2 through 9 are the best.
9 golden age of The Simpsons. If you watch like 3, 4, 5, or is like when they hit the stride and they're just like killing it. Killing it.
And then that was like the downward slope.
Yeah. No, actually, like in those years building up to that, like they were still like season 7, 8. are really good. 9, yeah, you can kind of feel it kind of going down a little bit. There's still a lot of great episodes in there,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so sad, so sad. So sad. We have to. I just, those guys, all those writers had to move on. They all fucking did so well with the Simpsons, and they went on and do other stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense. It just sucks. I haven't followed any show for that long.
Yeah.
I mean, no show I follow is that long.
No show's ever been that long, right?
Yeah. Is it anywhere near that long? I think the longest anything I've watched is, I don't know, maybe 9 seasons, 9 or 10.
Like the Simpsons recently beat Gunsmoke or something.
Yeah, Gunsmoke was one. Yeah.
Yeah, they I think like last year or 2 years ago they got more episodes of them. But that Gunsmoke did it in less years because they used to do probably 100 episodes a season or some shit like that back then.
Holy shit.
Because I think they just did it like how soap operas do it, just super fast, bunch of bullshit all the time. Because there was no, in the early days of TV, there was no other alternative. You had to have new shows because you didn't have reruns yet. You didn't have anything else. You had to just keep new shit.
You got to really keep people's attention that way. Like cranking 2 out a week.
Right.
I got to piss, dude. Let me go ahead and pause this video. Resumed.
Resuming. We weren't recording this whole time, dude. You didn't listen to all that stuff I was saying?
Oh, no. Damn,
Dude,
that would have been good.
It was really insightful, bro. I can't get into it again because the way that I view the universe, I see time as like a linear thing. So eventually,
it's like a flat circle.
Yeah, dude. So eventually that knowledge will come back to you, just not today. I'm sorry.
Maybe it recorded somewhere else.
Whatever.
I start. No, I was like, maybe I still got it, but audio version, because I do have Audacity open. But no, I forgot. I did not hit record at all on that. So
that was a bit, bro. I didn't really say anything. Why are you checking? Do you not understand jokes, dude? Do you understand?
No, because I figured you would.
Okay, so sometimes people will say stuff that's not really true because in some ways it's humorous.
Humorous?
Yeah.
What does that word?
Kind of means that it's outside of the norm, that it's something that it's kind of so ridiculous that it makes you in yourself feel like a little happy, a little laughter. You hear laughter? Like that.
I'm aware of this.
Telling you, dude, people are getting weird.
You know what I was gonna say about that too earlier? I feel like I don't feel like I'm getting weird because I'm, I don't have any reflections of it. Nobody's telling me anything. But like working in a restaurant, I'm around so many people constantly and a lot of different kinds of people that I didn't realize how good it is for just social skills. If you ever feel like you don't want to talk to a crowd of people, work in a restaurant, you'll get right over it because you have to. You end up having to talk to like crowds of people and keep their attention on you and be able to speak coherently, concisely. And now that I'm not doing that, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like I feel like I can't speak anymore. It's so weird.
You should just practice in the mirror, dude. Just have some conversations with yourself.
I should.
Okay. Do it.
I think I will.
Let's just practice right now. Just act like I'm not here. We'll minimize my screen so you can't see me. I'm gonna stop recording video and just look at yourself. And just
And I just see myself in the corner of the screen. Just
Oh God, too much. I watched that new movie, the Gentleman, the Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got fucking Jax in it from
Sons.
Sons, and it's got Hugh Grant and a bunch of British people. What's that one guy's name? All right, all right, all right.
Matthew McConaughey.
That guy. He's in it. He
Interesting.
plays an American. Because, you know, you can't do any accents.
Perhaps from wherever the fuck he's from.
Texas.
From Texas? Oh.
That's where that fool's. That's his accent. That's like city Texas, though. That's like Austin.
That's not like
West
Georgia
Texas.
Peach, Texas.
Yeah, like the further
Or Georgia Peach, Texas.
The further west you get, the Texas accent's not so southern. It kind of becomes, it's like gets a little more western, you know? Speak like a little more normal like us. If anyone has a problem with that, I'm just saying all those kids in China are learning how to speak English like me and not like you yuck mouth southerners or you fucking
yuck mouth. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Gonna get us pulled already.
By who?
Nobody.
No one cares. Like no one's. First off, no one's watching this. No one cares about this. But second, like people have bigger things to worry about right now. I can talk all the trash I want about this. Fuck those motherfuckers.
That's the reddest part of the country right now, like politics and on a COVID-19 map.
Really? Is that true?
It seems like it. Like it's in the middle. Yeah, because like we got a bunch of it, but then the East Coast just got it.
Yeah, and all these motherfuckers don't want to stay indoors. They don't want to do. Dude, have you seen this shit that's happening right now with Trump's trying to block a fucking political campaign?
No.
That's negative towards him.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
And he's it's literally clips of him speaking, downplaying the coronavirus, talking about how they got it all under control and how there's only all his bullshit, and he's trying to stop it.
Does he like have a case?
It won't help. It probably won't hold up. Probably. I don't know.
Oh, how crazy.
Dude, they're trying to seize crazy powers right now. Did you see that the Department of Justice, they're trying to fucking, they were trying to make it that they can hold people indefinitely without having a like postponing trial or postponing like hearings or whatever, because that's weird. That's scary.
Yeah, that's suspending habeas corpus.
Like what?
Yeah, that's a provision of the Patriot Act too, though. And it's been in place like indefinite detention if somebody is suspected of terrorism or terrorist threats. Yeah, like they could just hold people. The law is, I think, 48 hours or something.
So are you telling me that there's a possibility that lady who coughed over all that food can go to Guantanamo Bay?
If they wanted to.
That would be funny. Did you see that kid, the YouTuber, that fucking Instagram influencer, whoever the fuck he was, who did a video of him doing a coronavirus challenge. And
he licked a toilet seat?
Licked a toilet seat, and then he got sick. Now he's sick.
Good.
What a dummy.
It identified him as a very weak link in our society. Yeah.
Take him out.
I mean, no, poor kid. Like, that sucks. But, like, also, don't be a fucking moron. Like, what are you doing?
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. But, like, what if some of these... Did you watch Homeland? How many times have I asked you that question?
I've never watched Homeland. No.
Yeah, there's a great like premise where there's a Russian spy, like he's a provocateur, like he comes in and just sabotages shit. He took video during like an Alex Jones type character was like pumping up these militias, and these militias were they were holding FBI agents hostage. So it became this whole hostage situation, and the Alex Jones type character is playing it up and like exposing everything. So a Russian agent takes advantage of the chaos, and he posts a video of one of these militia members that was shot in an earlier shootout. They show him dying on the table, but he wasn't dying. There was just nobody in the room at the time, and like so, it was just like fake news, right? This guy spreads it; it becomes viral. The militia gets wind of it and thinks that they killed one of their own, and they start killing the hostages, and it becomes this whole crazy ass thing just because one provocateur like he posted a video. So I imagine like the woman who coughed on all the food. What kind of discord does that sow? You know, it makes everybody paranoid even more, like about coughing, about sneezing in public, anything like that. Um, she did real damage, $35,000, right, of damage of food that they just had to throw away, and whoever bought the food before they got to that, you know, between catching it and her coughing on it. So it's like she could have spread that shit, and I don't know. It makes me think like, why wouldn't some like some foreign agent do that? Or maybe that's too simple.
Now you just freaked me out more, dude. Why would you do that?
It was a really good show. I think the final season is out this month. This month.
It's still on? I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
final season 8.
Is Claire Dean still in?
Yeah, she's great. I didn't realize how good she is. I saw her. I used to watch
Obviously,
her.
you never watched My So-Called Life.
I was just gonna say I watched My So-Called Life years ago, and I always liked her in that. uh, yeah, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah, that's one of those shows that like I always meant to watch but never did.
It's probably too late now. Certain
Yeah.
things I don't think we're gonna get anymore.
Well, also because I know a lot of the major plot points, and it's just like just from society, just from pop culture, you just learn shit from different shows.
Yeah.
Like right now, I want to watch that fucking tiger show everyone's talking about, but I feel like
I
I don't
kind of
know if
want
I
to watch
wanted
it. Yeah.
I don't know if I want.
Oh no, your sound went out. You can't hear me either. Fuck. What's nothing? How about now? Nothing. Damn it! Again? No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Um. How about now? Can you hear me? No? What's that? I can hear you now.
Stay. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, wait. We have this chat. Okay, going to pause. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah. So that worked?
Yeah. Well, it would suck if we had to do that every time, but I
know.
guess
What's up with that, dude? It's fucking.
everybody's logging into it.
God damn you.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing with all the extra stock money? Buy some servers, motherfucker.
I was thinking of also like filming with the like recording audio separately, but then just recording with the phone on like
Oh, do you want to FaceTime as well on the same? Like, so we could just be like here talking double top, and then we can show each other.
I'm thinking not even FaceTime, but we each just record video of ourselves during the conversation and we send them to each other. Or you send them to me and then I mix the audio and the video together.
Okay, we can do that next time. I don't know.
I mean, doesn't have to be that way.
Because that's going to be a big fight. That's going to be a big.
Yeah, it's going to just crash our phones if we talk for over an hour.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I should get going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got to do?
Huh? I got to apply to some jobs.
There's no jobs anymore, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trader Joe's is hiring.
Robots are going to take that job, bro. There's not going to be no more jobs. This
Eventually.
is where they're going to start bringing in the robots. You know
Yeah,
that,
now's
right?
the time.
Now's the time. They're going to immediately start bringing in those robots.
Mm.
Just like, hey, you know what? You guys should just stay at home. Just stay.
Yeah, I guess it's not that important.
How was that? It was that easy to talk to you about.
Why not?
Yeah, dude. Fuck that, dude. When the revolution comes, no one will even need jobs anymore. I don't even know what that means.
It's okay.
I just said it just to say it, dude.
It's nice though because people will hear and just be like, "Oh yeah."
What people? No one's gonna see this.
20 people watch this
in the world.
I got 20 views on the last one.
Yes, but they don't watch the whole thing, so like the chance.
No, they dropped off after a little bit.
Yeah, so the chance of someone watching this towards the end, no one's gonna see it. I can say whatever I want,
unless I put this first.
Shh. 9/11 was an inside joke.
What did you say? What did you tweet me?
Oh, fucking the pollution can't melt steel beams.
Yeah.
That's good. I was proud of that one.
You don't have Facebook anymore, huh? Maybe it's on Instagram. Dank memes melt steel beams.
Dank memes melt steel beams.
Yeah.
It's just they just comb the internet and put their own shit.
Yeah, it's all just different kind of memes, you know, but they're hilarious.
I like those pages. I don't know, but I don't like it. The negative part of having to follow those pages is like all the fucking ads, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're always trying to sell you some shit.
Watching have you seen like cringeworthy videos or fail videos? Oh, they're so funny. There's one, there's a series now called, it's been around because there's like 30 videos of it. Watch people die inside. And it's just like fail videos pretty much, but you see the looks on people's faces as like something happens. Like somebody has a giant toothpick house that they built, you know, and the reporter comes around with his mic and pulls it, knocks it all over. So, and it records the, you know, the face of the creator. Just really sad shit. But like in between they have ads of all just meme jackets and clothing and stuff. Have you seen all that?
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever wear one ever.
There was like the hoodie with the Top Ramen logo.
Sounds
Yeah.
delicious.
I saw one with Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I was like, I think I'd wear that one.
How many did you order, dude?
Just the one.
Just okay. That's cool. It's the start.
It's a
Now they
start.
now they
To start
got you.
something great. Yeah. Now I'm gonna wear a
Now you're on their mailing
sriracha hoodie.
list, and you're going to see all the new drops before they come out.
Mm.
And before you know it, you're just going to be wearing Top Ramen clothes head to toe.
I almost bought one of those. I was like looking in a store for my niece's birthday, and it was the kind of store like that would have something like that. It would have kids' toys and like Pokemon and like those pop dolls, the pop vinyl figurines, those creepy things. Yeah, and then it had a Top Ramen sweater too. Like I saw that in person as well, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
You're saying you have 2 of these sweaters?
No, that I've seen them. I never actually bought one. But when I was in high school, I had a shirt. It was the Chinese like takeout bag that says "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you," and have a nice day. Like I had that shirt, and I always thought that was cool. I always missed it, so I thought, maybe I'll get one of these hoodies.
Don't do that.
Then I'm gonna get a yo-yo, and then I'm gonna start another YouTube channel.
I want to follow it right now.
Be sure to follow mine. Get my numbers up.
No, but I want to get this clear before you start doing this. Are you going to cut these videos to make it look like you're really good at yo-yo, or are you going to show all the fails? Because I want to see it if it's going to show all the fails.
No, I can yo-yo.
Can you?
Yeah. I'm not the best, but I can yo-yo. I can do some tricks. The cat's cradle. Oh no, sound went out again. You're leaving? Well then, this looks pretty good.
We're back.
Hey.
Maybe we should end this, though. It's going to keep doing this shit.
Yeah. Should do it early morning.
You know why? Yeah, I was going to say, we need to do this probably later, right? Or earlier or later. But I think during the weekend, it should be a little less.
Yeah, less business on there.
Yeah.
But then everyone else just like FaceTiming their friends or Zooming their friends and all that.
Yeah, we could try for like sometime next week, like a little later. Maybe do like a 9 or 10 o'clock start time.
Oh, that works. Yeah, people still have to wake up.
So I don't know.
Sounds good.
Let you get to your jobs and whatnot.
And then my jobs.
See you later, dog.
Later, dude.